Well, I'm going to do a quick video here. It's part finish and part admission to a mistake. I spent all day yesterday, the day that I was going to start finishing, on making wheel pants. After all day, 8 hours, I called Bob Hutt and told him about this. I realized that Tom, when he designed this, we used to fly in grass at Whittier Narrows, had the wheels way forward, and they're not going to work way forward like that on pavement. So I had to stop and I had to remake wheel pants, and I'm still working on them. I got all the parts cut out, but I thought while I'm working on those wheel pants, I'd put another coat of dope on it. This is still 60-40. Put another coat of dope on it, getting it ready for the paint job. This will probably be the last brush coat on the wings. So, you know, when I'm doing these videos, it's a little bit, you know, boring because it's repetition. You know, put the dope on, sand it off, put it on, sand it off. We got 3 coats on the fuselage. I'm going to go ahead and put a fourth coat on it because it's relatively thin. We haven't got it tissued yet, and but I'll get that done possibly today. Depends on these wheel pants. I really don't want to go on much farther without getting the wheel pants done. And I'll show you what the difference in the wheel pants is and why they wouldn't work. Let's see here. I had okay, this is the new and this is the old. If you look here, the new wheel pants, or the old wheel pants, had the upright way at the back half of the wheel pant, and the axle was more or less in the center here. Well, that's all well and good, except it put the landing gear way far forward, and that would work if we were flying on grass only. So what I had to do was redesign them, and I had to make them taller because he had it sitting right down on the ground. I had to make them taller and at a different angle. Now they're the same shape, they're just at a different angle. And I should have checked that before I went ahead and made all these pieces. You know, I should have at least made one. So I ruined a whole day. A whole day's labor was shot making wheel pants that just will not work. So, I know that I said that I would start finishing on the 25th, and I am finishing of sort, but it's not really what the subscribers wanted to see. It's just brushing on a few coats of dope. Got to make sure not to get the runs in there. It'll be hard to sand out. And after I get these wheel pants done, we'll go ahead and start the doping and sanding. And the actual sanding is what takes the time in the finish. It's not It's not the application of the paint. Now remember, this airplane now is 16 days old. That's it. Not like we haven't been working on this for months on end. Of course, 16 days is about 160 hours. I've been working on it 10 hours a day. And I'm going to have to take a break come Monday because I have some other projects in the shop here that I need commitments that I need to take care of, but I wanted to get this farther along towards the finishing process. So on day 16, covered, doped, aligned, we're making wheel pants. This is our 4th coat of dope. And before I put the next coat on, which will be sprayed, it'll all get sanded with 600 grit sandpaper to get all the brush marks out of it. Now this is another airplane that I will not be using DC 540 on. I like DC 540, don't get me wrong, but I need to keep the weight down on this, so I've got to do it with the least amount of paint as I can get on it. So we're going to try to do it without. I do have the nose fiberglass. I talked about the Z-epoxy on the half-ounce glass cloth on the nose. Let me get the camera in hand and I'll give you a little walk around tour. Now all this can be seen on Control Line Craftsman, the complete build, the building of the wing, the jigging of the fuselage, the jigging of the wing to the fuselage. The whole airplane is on video. Okay, these are the wheel pants I was talking about, and the angles, how much different they are. Let's see if we can get one of the other templates. If I were to use the original template, the wheels would have been, well, much lower to the ground, about an inch lower, and would have been farther forward. So we moved the wheels back 2 inches. And the wheel pant is very relative to the same place, but I moved the wheel back in the pant itself and raised it up, if that makes sense. Let me give you a little better idea of what we got here. It's moved back in the wheel pant itself approximately that much. So the center's been moved back an inch, and we've made it an inch taller so that we have ground clearance for the 3-blade prop. But got the pilot glued together. He's not painted yet. He'll be painted just like the original. And let me see if we can get a glimpse of the taper in this fuselage. The shape of this fuselage is just unreal. It's a 1/2 inch wide right here. That's all it is, 1/2 inch wide. And it's got a real nice oval shape to it. I'm not sure this is going to show up on the video, but we'll do that. So anyway, this was just a short little walk around. Let's get a look at what the nose looks like. This is a signature Tom Warden cowl shape. One side's bigger than the other because of the Super Tiger 46. The inlet is there, but it's centered up. So that was pretty nice. And the air outlet. So 16 days, if you followed along and if you worked at the same speed I did, you'd have one of these. So be sure to watch Control Line Craftsman. I'm happy to do these for you. We've got quite a few subscribers, but I'd like to see everybody subscribe. You know, for the simple fact it will help you build a nicer model. So we'll see you on the next video. Until then, tight lines.